Hey guys, this is your two-step equation word problems lesson here. You'll need a sheet of paper along with your notes here that you have. What we're going to do is I'm just going to do the questions on the piece of paper that I have here in front of me. That way I can be able to put this stuff in here. Okay, so basically what I need to do is I need to figure out what my start, my change, and my finish is. So remember, I need to figure out what my starting value is, I need to figure out what my change is, and my finish. And then I can set these things up. The change, remember, is going to be if you see the words each or if you see the word per. Those are going to be able to tell me where my change is going to be at, or things that are going to be increasing by how many things I'm buying or something like that. My start, remember, is going to be my starting value, and the finish is my total. So if I can be able to set those things up by highlighting and finding the information in here, I can be able to solve. So let's look at the first problem. You can see here it says a 1-year membership at a Roswell Tennis Center costs $160. So 160 bucks. It costs that much. So since that costs that much, I know that's going to be in my finish. All right. A registration fee is paid of $28 up front. So I got to start off by paying $28 up front. So that's going to be my start value. And then my change, I need to find, it says, well, how much does it pay each month? And that's what I want to know is how much am I paying each month? Well, what number goes with this? Remember, this is 2 steps. Well, I got to think about a year. Well, how many months are in a year? Well, there's 12 months in a year. So 12x comes right there. So now all I need to do is just solve this problem. So I'm going to subtract by 28 on both sides. And what I'm left here is that's gone. I'm left with 12x is equal to 132. And then I can divide by 12 on both sides. And x will give me 11. So now I know that my answer there is 11. And that is my solution for this. So I know I'm paying $11 per month. So that's my first equation there, my first step that I have there for us. That's solved $11 per month. Okay? So let's do the same thing on number 2. Number 2 says here that has Jasmine's cell phone company charges her $35 a month for phone service plus 50 cents for each text message. How many text messages does Jasmine send in a month if her bill was $52? Well, we can set that one up pretty easily as we go through here. So what we need to do is highlight what we have. So it says it charges me $35. 50 cents for each text message. Uh-oh, there's that word each again. And then my total bill was $52. So if I set this up, my start, change, and finish, my total was $52. They charged me $35 up front and 50 cents a text message. And there's that word each, 50 cents. Bam, puts it right in there. So now I'm ready to start. I can solve this by subtracting 35 on both sides. And I get 50 cents, or 0.5 times t is equal to 17. This is time, so I have to divide by 0.5, not by 5, but by 0.5. And when I get that and I do my solution there, I end up finding my answer was I can send 34 text messages. And it's pretty straightforward. So all I'm looking for is the word each or per, and I know that's my change. I'm looking for my total, 52, and my start was 35. And I set it up, and after that, I just do my 2 steps, and I got my equation, and I got my answer. So if you look at number 3 does the same thing. It says Caroline's Coffee Shop sells a refill mug for $8.95. Each refill, there's that word each again, is $1.50. Sean spent $26.95 on a mug and refills. How many refills did he buy? Okay, so I'm going to set my thing up, my start, change, and finish. The total amount was $26.95. I spent $8.95 for a refill, and each costs $1.50. X. Now I can just go about and solving this equation. All right, so what I need to do here is I need to move my start over by subtracting. So $26.95 take away from $8.95 gives me $18. Then I just have to divide this. Divide both sides by 150. And it tells me my X value is going to be $12 or 12 cups. So I bought 12 cups in that month right there. So I've solved my equation. So all I'm looking for there again to recap what I did was there's my start, $8.95, $1.50 because I see the word each is my change and it's multiplying, and $26.95 was my total. I set it up, wham bam, there's my answer. Okay. Number 4 is the same type of way. I'm just going to go through my stuff and see what happens here. So it says that Elk Point basketball team purchased equipment and uniforms for a total. Oh my gosh, there's my finish right there. Total of $912. Excuse me. Now I'm looking for my start and my change. So the equipment costs $612 and the uniforms were $25 each. You see that word each again right there? That word each tells me 25, and I'm going to put a U here for uniform, is my change. $25 for every uniform. And my cost is $612 for the equipment and other things that they buy. So now all I can do is just set this one up. So this is plus again, because this plus this gives me $912. So the opposite of plus is 612. A minus. Those go away. And I'm left with $300 left over. So $300 is what they spent on uniforms, and they bought, and it cost $25 for every uniform. So remember, that's multiply, so I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide each side by 25. And when I find that out, I found out that a cost of a uniform is going to be $12. So my uniform cost is $12, or $12 is 12 is basically what I, not $12, I'm sorry. I bought 12 uniforms in this case. All right. The last one I'm going to do with you here is number 5. Number 5 says the bill for the repair of a computer was $179. So how much was it cost? A bill was $179. That must tell me that's a total, so that must be my start. I mean my finish, I'm sorry, it was $179. The cost of parts and labor was $44. So that's my start. The labor charge was $45 per hour. There's another key word, per. Per or each always means change. So $45 per hour. How many hours did it take to repair the computer? So the H stands for hours, and that's what I want to figure out. So 44 plus 45 times H equals 179. So I just solved this problem. Subtract 44 on both sides. My first step. And what do I have left here? I've got, let's see here, 5, 3, 1. So my last step here is to divide by 45 on both sides. When I divide by 45 on both sides, 135 divided by 45, I find out my answer there would give me 3. 3 what? 3 hours. And I solved my problem. So just to recap, what we're doing here is remembering that the change will always go with the words like per or each. The start is the other number that's telling you what you're putting with these things. The computer charge or the finish or your total is your finish that you can set up. So if you can find those words and highlight inside the problem, find the information you need, you can set it up to solve your problems. So there is 5 examples that we did there. I'm going to leave you with 6 with these back here for you to do. The same things. Set up your start, change, and finish for each one of these. When you set these things up, you can be able to look at this information and solve your problem. Some of these will be pretty easy to do. Some of them will be a little tougher. But Mr. O will have the key here for you. You can use yourself and check these. Remember that the change is you're looking for the words each. So change deals with the words each or per. Okay? If you find those are your change words. Such as you can see these here, they're all right there for you. Per, and all those that they have right there. Take your time and take your look at them, set up your equations and solve them, and then you can use Mr. O's paper to check to see how you did. All right? Thank you very much.